Hi
Hi
guys.
guys, my name is Miko.
My name is Bertrand,
My name is Madeline.
and this is our Bible project.
And
Our group name
Phone
is
and
Phone
Zoon.
and Zoon, which means
sounds
sounds
against
against
animals.
Okay, so this is segment 1. My Bible verse is James 3, 7 until 8. The first is for every kind of beast and bird, of reptile, of and sea creature can be tamed and be tamed by the mankind, but no human can tame the tongue. It's a restless evil full of poison. Who write the verse? The first is who write the verses is the apostle of James or James the Great. The person or the people who write this was writing for the readers of the Bible. The topic of this first chapter is animals can be tamed and has been tamed.
My verse was Luke 3:6, and all people will see God's salvation. The writer of the verse is Luke. The people or person, the writer that writing to is the reading of the Bible, and the topic of the verse is God's salvation.
My verse is Luke 12:6. Aren't 5 sparrows sold for 2 pennies? Even so, none of them is forgotten. Even so, none of them is forgotten by God. The writer of the verse is Luke, the reader of the Bible. Even if the 5 sparrows are sold for 2 cents, God will not forget them.
So what came across my mind after reading this verse is that we shall all tame the animal the good way. We shall never tame the animal the bad way, like in the tongue. It's pure evil and dangerous. What aspect can we relate to teenagers nowadays is that the humanity aspect that we can relate. And what God message through this verse is that, yeah, it's the same like my first response after reading this one is that we should all tame the animal the good way, and we should never tame the animal the bad way. So for example, like abusing the animals, etc. Yes, and then my response about this verse is that, yeah, we should do what God told us to do, like we should tame the animal. Yes, thank you.
What came across my mind that I choose that verse is God's salvation, because nowadays people don't respect God's salvation and they do the wrong thing and bad habit. Which aspect that is related to the teenager is God's salvation, because nowadays teenagers were making bad habit and wrong things, so they don't respect God's salvation. And God's message through this verse is God's salvation. Soon or later, people will see God's salvation. My response to this verse is we should respect God's salvation from now, because if we don't respect God's salvation, you will go in hell.
First time course in my mind is God alone does not forget the sparrows that are only sold at the price of 2 pennies, that alone our precious word. Never say that we are not available in His eyes, because to Him we are very valuable from anything. God's message in this verse is don't be sad, because God is always by our side. My response is I believe that God is always there for me, because God always accompanies and helps me find a way out of every problem that I face. Thank you.
What is happening to the society right now, and what can I relate to nowadays? So what happens nowadays is that people pretending to tame the animal the good way, but instead they all abuses their animals and use them to make it viral. What solution does the Bible verse offer us is that we all should create a good habit, which is by taming the animal. They have to be tamed the good way. Yeah. And what action should we take after reading the Bible verse is that we should tame the animal the good way. Do not abuse the animal. Do not use the animal to be viral. And yeah, what changes do you expect? Or me expect to the society after reading the verse is that we also clearly tame the animal the good way and do not abuse anything. Okay.
What is happening with the beauty? I relate to the Bible verse that my feeling is God's salvation is right now nowadays people don't respect it and they hate it, so they are making a lot of foul. What is happening with the society today, and how can I relate it to the Bible verse that I am explaining? Right now, society like to do a lot of foul, so they don't respect God. And my solution that the Bible verse us is soon or later people will go to church and sorry to God and pray, ask for God's salvation. What action should we take after reading the Bible verse is we need to be realize that what are we doing is wrong, so God will give us God's salvation. And what change the expect to see is the society after people read the Bible verse is I want people to be realize that what they do is wrong, so they can be saved by God's salvation.
Today, many people will try to kill themselves because they feel themselves are not worthy. And in this verse, it is said that God cares about birds are sold at 2 pennies, especially we. My solution is we have to believe that God is always with us. We have to apply it in every single day. I hope people can pay more attention to better attitudes.